Welcome back to AskAPop. Today we're talking about, well, back in my day, hey, wait a minute, why can't we keep both? My Uncle Vernon got me this really, really cool fire truck when I was about the same size as Little Bit. I might have been a little bit older than he was, but I was a pretty small kid. You know, man, I love that thing. It would spray water and then ladder would move up and down. It was really, really cool. And then my mama Ruth, she had these really, really fancy dishes. Well, they got pulled out every holiday, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, and it was for all of us to eat on. Well, at least the big folks were. And I could not wait until I was considered a big folk, and I felt really, really tall when I was. Now, as far as that fire truck goes, and I don't know really where it ended up because even if I did, I probably couldn't give it down to a Little Bit because let's just say any toy that was made back in the day when they could give things out to people, well, let's just say my age, that wouldn't be safe for anybody that wouldn't pass the safety standards for today's kids. So we ended up getting him one that was like the same said fire truck from before. But as far as Mama's Ruth's dishes, she had given them to her firstborn son, and then I was lucky enough to be the first grandson of that firstborn son and was blessed to get those dishes. So the first Thanksgiving that I ended up putting them on our table to have Thanksgiving, I couldn't stop the tears from coming because it was as if Papa and Mama Ruth were sitting around the table with us. And like I said, I just couldn't stop the tears from flowing because it was as if they were sitting there at Thanksgiving with us. And another real quick example was, the room that we have that started off as a guest room in our house quickly morphed into what was OG Little Bit. It turned into his room, and then it morphed again into Little Bit's room. And now I can't imagine it as anything other than that, with the Cookie Monster running around the walls, chowing down on them. And I guess what I'm kind of getting at here is just like what the Bible readings show. Um, we really got to remember what the past is, and we hold truth to it because that will remind us of why we do what we do. But we should never let it stand in the way and keep us from moving forward. And that's just a thought from a guy that tries to honor the past constantly by moving forward. And that's only whenever I can get around to it. If you know, you know.